tried that, but it's not where I want to be. But it's taking so long. I'll take you on, and I'll take you on. So move along, 'cause it's my turn, and don't forget it. I'm blacking out, won't you give me what I need? There's no way out, so I'll do what I can. It's taking so long. I've got a lot to learn. Did you give something to do? But it's taking so long. I'll take you on, and I'll take you on. So move along, 'cause it's my turn, it's my turn. I'll take you on, and I'll take you on. So move along, 'cause it's my turn, it's my turn. I'll take you on, and I'll take you on. So move along, 'cause it's my turn, and don't forget it. Been here once or twice, never seen it as this. I know, so I owe. Still something just like, won't find out, won't see what happened. No, so I owe. You're still the one I want, yeah, it's been this way too long. I'll give you everything, I'll give you everything. Past the point I know, but it seems I've gone too far. I'll give you everything, I'll give you everything.
Well, sometimes it's not just your night, Rob, is it? You know,
Yeah.
they've been on a tremendous run, Norwich, but wasn't a great performance tonight. But we felt as that second half started and Luton got that third goal, you just kind of felt it wasn't going to be Norwich's night. You know, and that's not detrimental to the players. It just sometimes it just doesn't happen for you.
No, absolutely. I think to concede a penalty so soon after what had probably been quite a constructive team talk by Daniel Farke, saying, "Listen, we're still in this game. We need to do better in certain areas and whatever." But to concede a soft penalty again, like handball. I mean, I think Hanley just fell onto it really. So, but it was so soon after the halftime. It sort of like gave Luton that impetus to say, "Right, listen, we're in charge of this game." And they just dominated the rest of the game. They saw it out. They defended when they had to. Strong defensive. Were a threat on the counter-attack. And never really offered Norwich too many chances.
No, they were dominant, I suppose, in a set-piece area, really, Luton. So that was the difference between the two sides, wasn't it? Because Norwich didn't defend particularly well on set-pieces, but Luton took advantage of that really well tonight.
Yeah, like I say, goals, 3 set-pieces. In open
play, no open play.
No. Three goals from set-pieces. Norwich defence as a whole, they did okay because like Luton were strong on the counter-attacks. They had pace, they had power, and they coped with it. I don't think McGovern had a save to make, basically, in open play. It was all from set pieces. And like I say, so it's so disappointing to sort of like lose a game through set pieces. As a team, as a manager or whatever, you don't want to lose to the better team that are playing better football. but they've sort of like lost tonight by sort of like not concentrating, not being dominant, not showing a desire to win balls that go into the box.
Because that's the stuff that you work hard on in training, isn't it? Your set pieces, not switching off. You know, like you say, if a team beats you by technical playing and score a brilliant goal, there's always errors involved in that, but you don't mind it so much. But when it comes down to 3 set pieces, it feels a little bit, oh, we haven't quite done what we should be doing.
Yeah, absolutely. And whoever would have watched Luton in the previous games would have known that they rely on like set pieces, putting balls into the box, putting pressure on goalkeepers and just putting bodies around the goalkeeper really, and that's exactly what they've done tonight. So the first thing you think of as a team, don't give away free kicks in your defensive third. Yeah. Try not to give away a corner, give away a throw in. You know what I mean? Just be really sort of like really astute as to your decision making. Don't make silly fouls like Sorensen did for the second goal.
But is that Luton being cute as well though? Because Sorensen, it's not a bad foul. He just puts his hands on him, the player goes down. Is that just being clever by the Luton player? It's
being clever, and like Forbes, he said at half time, Luton had done their homework on Norwich, as probably Norwich had done their homework on Luton. Luton, like they executed that plan better than what Norwich did today. I mean, they saw. You looked, Sorensen and Aarons swapped in the second half, so that was saying that the right winger of Luton had got the better of Sorensen. So Daniel sort of like thought, well, I've got to change him over here now as well. So Luton saw that as a weakness, and I thought they sort of like really targeted that area, especially in the first half.
Yeah, well, let's hear from Darren Huckabee again now. Hucks, the run is over. Disappointingly, of course, but you know, they're still top of the table, Norwich. And as Rob and I just said, sometimes it just doesn't happen for you on a night. And it felt like that, particularly at the start of that second half. It just felt like it was going to be that night where things isn't going to, you know, it's not going to work out for Norwich. It's not going to be their night.
Definitely, I think sometimes you've got to hold your hands up and just said it's one of them games. You know, Luton aren't a great team by any means, but they deserve the win today. You know, I think we lacked energy and a spark tonight from start to finish. I know we got a penalty, but that's the only thing we really created throughout the game. So, you know, fair play to Luton. But like I say, probably not good enough today for us. But with the situation we're in with the players we've got missing, you know, I think we just lacked a little bit of energy and quality today.
Yeah, and one of the highlights is Tyrese Omotoye. You'll know well, making his debut. Fantastic for him. But Rob and I saying, is that a case when you do know the game's probably beyond you and you are 3-1 down, you just can't see yourself get back into it? Is it a case to look a bit further ahead in terms of the fixture Saturday and beyond, about giving some of these youngsters a little bit of a longer opportunity on the pitch?
Yeah, you probably think that because he's left it that late, that he probably thinks he's not quite ready yet for this kind of level. But like you say, if it's not working, you might as well just chuck him on and then save a bit of legs for Saturday. Because, you know, there's going to be some tired legs on Saturday as well, because the game's coming around thick and fast. You know, it wasn't our night tonight, but like I say, another big game to turn it around on Saturday.
And there's players coming back Saturday as well, hopefully. So, you know, look, we'll always look on the downside. We try and pick the bones out of a performance by Norwich tonight. But the run they've been on, and actually how they've done so well over these periods of weeks with the injuries they've had, it's been remarkable. It
has, yeah. You know, this would probably come in. There's been 2 or 3 games this season where we probably haven't been at 100% and we've still come away with results. So sometimes it goes the other way. We didn't play well tonight, and like I say, Luton deserved the win. But we've got a great chance of Saturday to keep getting 3 points and stay top of the table.
And that's the thing, isn't it, Hugs? You know, the games come thick and fast, don't they? You know, they've put some great performances against teams in and around at the top of the table. They lost to Luton today, but there's no resting on the laurels now. There's no time to kind of look back on that defeat and think about it too much. The beauty of football is there's one game and there's another one just round the corner.
You know what it's like, you know, Rob and Jockey, that you just want to play again, especially when you've lost. You know, the next game can't come around too quick. So we're just hoping that Pukki is fit, because I do think the last 2 games it's shown you that if you haven't got a centre forward, it's really difficult to build anything. And
yeah,
we got away with it on.
Sorry, mate, carry on.
Yeah, to say that come Saturday, you know, I just hope Pukki's fit, because the last 2 games have shown that without a proper centre forward, it's really difficult. And you know, we got away with it on Saturday against Coventry, but like tonight, I think it was just one game too many without a proper recognised centre forward.
Yeah, top man. Thanks as always, Hucks. Great stuff.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers. He's made a really point there about centre forward. So when you play, as Norwich do, with it's generally one central striker, you don't tend to have probably that many strikers in your ranks.
No.
If you play with the 2 up front, you're probably more likely to have 4 or 5 players to be able to call on when these injuries come. So when they get 2 at once, in terms of Pukki and Hugel, there's nowhere else to go apart from those younger lads.
No, and I think like Darren knocked on the head then. Like, you mean, if you haven't got a recognised striker up there, it does find you out. It does find you out as a team. over a period of time. And Saturday, like I said, he nearly got away with it. They got a point, and we held our hands up and say, listen, this is a good result. Today, like I think we've all agreed, saying Luton were a better team. And it hurts you to say Luton were a better team, but they were a better team. Sometimes you got to hold your hands up. The runs come to an end. You know what I mean? They did look tired at times. But I just felt, I've been in that manager's hot seat, and when you've got kids on the bench and whatever, like you don't want to say the game's lost, but I think we were all sitting there. Norwich aren't creating anything here. You know what I mean? They're not doing anything in a positive manner. They're not exciting. They're not getting off the seat. You know what I mean? Not thinking, their keeper's made a save or made a run and missed the target and whatever. So I think it's difficult as a manager to make that decision, but I think when you've got strikers on the bench, even though they're young, and you haven't got none on the pitch, you're not bringing two centre-halves on saying, listen, we're 3-1 down, I'm not going to put my centre-halves on because it could go 4, 5, 6. Yeah. If you put a young striker on up front, you've still got your experience in the defensive lines. So if like I say, Tyrese came on with the last 5 minutes, I think maybe an opportunity was missed. You could have put him on 15 minutes earlier, because 15 minutes, 20 minutes in the game, it gives you a good run out and whatever. Like, he'll show what he can do. He could have come on and terrorised those defenders, and that could have answered the question for Saturday at home in this game. The manager's probably put him on 5 minutes. It's been fantastic experience. Don't get me wrong. 5 minutes, he'll be thinking brilliant. You know what I mean? But like I say, it could have had a bit longer, because it could have answered a question that he might be the answer to that missing number 9. Well, Pookie's not fit.
So, but the answer to that, is it due to a personality of Daniel Farke? Perhaps he likes to give his youngsters the opportunity in a team that's winning. Some managers like that. Yeah. I'll put my youngsters on when we're in their member of their debut is playing in a game where they won, and it's good memories. Could it just be a thing of what, we're 3-1 down? I don't want any negative impact to think he's made his debut during a loss. Could there be that? Is that an argument for it?
I think the only Norwich player that's contributed to that game that will come away on that bus, secretly inside thinking, I've made my debut now for Norwich City. I'm happy. My career has started in the professional game. I'm there, and I know what I've got to do. I know still got to improve and whatever as well. So I don't think so. I just think that opportunity to blood a youngster but give him more minutes, because there's so many injuries at the moment. We sort of knew the game was lost 20, 25 minutes, to go to the end. Yeah. It was an opportunity to say, well, listen, will you go on then? You tell me what you can do. Yeah, I mean, you show me what you can do over a longer period. And like I say, with all your centre forwards injured, okay, Pookie might be coming back, but if he doesn't, we're going to have to go again with Stiepen or Plaqueta up front. Yeah. They're not going to start a Tyrese or anyone else up front, like a youngster up front, and quite rightly so, but it might have just given an answer if he'd had a bit longer tonight. Yeah,
well, let's talk to a Canary that will be very happy, I'm sure, which is a strange thing to say tonight. But Adrian Forbes, a great result for your boys, and a result that is well deserved.
Yeah, I think, without being disrespectful to Norwich today, I think we were by far the better team. I think we outworked them. I think we pressed better than them. I think we were far better in possession. And to be honest with you, I think it's 3 points that we definitely deserve. I think just looking at the Norwich performance, I don't think they really threatened us too much, to be honest with you. Yes, they put a couple of crosses in towards the end, which James, they had to come out and claim. But other than that, they didn't really have a great deal of an attacking threat, and didn't look like they were going to be able to penetrate our defensive line and our midfield line. So I'll agree with what you were talking about there, Rob, and saying that actually I was expecting Tyrese to come on a little bit earlier and maybe to try and have a bit of an impact and almost that innocent, youthful exuberance that he might have brought to the team. But that change wasn't made. But certainly from my point of view, from Luton Town's point of view, a fantastic result and a well-deserved result.
And just on Tyrese, Forbes, you know him well. You've worked with him at Norwich when you were there in your time. Rob and I both know him well from working with him at Langley School. He's a great kid, isn't he? And it's brilliant when you see, as ex-pros like us and yourself, that kind of hard work that he's put in. And his journey's just now beginning.
Yeah, and not only is he a good footballer, but he, as you said there, he's a great lad and brilliant to work with. And he's a player that throughout the young tender age when he came to the club, he wanted to listen, wanted to learn, wanted to develop and wanted to improve all aspects of his football. And he's certainly done that. And credit to him that he's made his debut today. And, he would have been sat there watching how the game had panned out. And I'm pretty certain he would have wanted to have got on sooner. But, it's a great start for him. And you look at the injury crisis that Norwich have got, arguably he might get some more minutes over the next few weeks. And you wonder, could you see Daniel Farke maybe throwing him in the weekend? Who knows? They might get some players to return from injury. But, really, really proud to have played a small part in Tyrese's journey, and I look forward to watching him go on and hopefully become a real big player, not just for Norwich City, but whoever he may go on to into the future.
Well, you say whoever may go on to the future, Forbes, Ian, and here's a question for you: do you still keep your eye on the youngsters around Norwich because you work with them, you know the talent they've got? Do you do a little bit of scouting along the way, keep your eye on them like that for future?
Yeah, of course I keep an eye on them. I spent 7 years coaching there as a coach, and watching those players develop, grow, and improve. And of course, I still live in Norwich, so of course I keep an eye on whether it's in the local press. I'm still in touch with a few of the boys there, and still on hand to offer them any advice and any help that they may need. And sometimes actually having someone like myself that has a bit of knowledge about football but isn't with them directly day in, day out, I can actually give them just a little bit of advice that they might not get on their doorstep with the coaches that they're working with. And the most important thing for me is I've been part of those players' lives for a long time, and I want to still be on hand to help and advise them, so hopefully they can fulfill the dream that myself, yourself, Rob, all achieved. And seeing Tyrese almost be that one that's got through now from like the next crop, not counting Max and Jamal and Todd Cantwell, etc. You hope that himself and Tony Springett, who got his professional contract a few weeks ago, can they be the next batch of young, talented academy players to come through, get their opportunity and forge a career for themselves? And
do you take a bit of pride in that, Forbes? You must do, having worked with those kids, and you said that this conveyor belt's continued to happen. There's been lots of players that have come through the ranks during your time at the football club. I guess Luton are now looking at you and thinking, right, Forbes, we need you to do that here.
Yeah, definitely. And of course I take a little bit of pride in it, in that, I wasn't with them, haven't been with them for the last 18 months or so, obviously, since I left Norwich, but I do take pride and do pay attention to what they do. And as I say, I'm here at Kenilworth Road as a Luton Town employee, but still really proud to see Tyrese run out there. And, obviously the work I'm doing now as the head of coaching here at Luton, I'm responsible for hoping that we can get the next batch of players through to either come on and perform for Luton Town at Kenilworth Road or the new stadium, or ultimately sell them for a profit and forge their career elsewhere. So, I love what I do. I enjoy developing players, and I enjoy seeing them make their debuts and hopefully go on. So if I can do that at Luton and have a hand in some players doing that, it will make me even more prouder than I have been in the past.
Yeah, we'll keep up the good work, pal. Congratulations tonight, as much as it pains me to say it. You deserve the 3 points, and we'll speak to you soon. Take care, mate.
It's Forbesy.
Brilliant. Thanks for having me. Cheers, Dan.
Bye.
Yeah, I mean, look, you can sense it there, can't you? Almost like we do. We're almost like we're watching the game. We see Tyrese come on. We're both looking at each other going, we know that kid.
No,
it's great, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. And like you say, when a kid makes his debut, okay, it was not on a winning side tonight, but he's made his debut. And like I say, Forbes has had loads of input in his development. We had some development from the school and whatever. Like, we know what sort of lad he is. He's a top lad. If he continues to work hard like we know he does, and he's a goal scorer. Goal scorers are priceless, mate. So he can go on and have a real good career in football.
Yeah, and we're going to have a look at the table now. So it's still good reading for Norwich, of course. Sitting pretty, still at the top despite the defeat tonight. Look, going into the run they've had in recent games and playing a lot of teams in and around them as well, you'd settle for it, wouldn't you? As much as defeat tonight, the run comes to an end at some point. Yeah. But as we said, there's a game soon. There's a game on Saturday and Sheffield Wednesday where you can bounce straight back, and that's the important part after the defeats. How do they react to this?
Yeah, absolutely, and I think Darren touched on it. They look tired tonight. They look tired. They've had so many games over like the last 2 months and whatever. And we're saying about going into Christmas, that was the only sort of busy period for us. They're having to play Saturday, Tuesday, and tonight it was just sort of one game too far. Luton got a big beating on Saturday, and that gave them impetus to stay. And we just look at that. We can look at the fixtures. Like I say, but you've got Reading and Watford in those games, and Cardiff, they're all up there. So again, if Norwich can win those games, they're in a good place going into the new year. Let's go by blocks now. Put that 10 aside. This one we'll forget. We start again Saturday. We've sort of come the end of the year, we'll probably have about 9 or 10 games again. At the end, if we go on another good run, who's to know, we can be 3, 4, 5 points clear. Yeah. They're still in a good place.
Absolutely. And most importantly, Rob, one thing there's going to be fans back here at Carrow Road on Saturday. How good is that to see, it's only going to be 2,000 fans, but to see people in the place and around it, and for the players, it's completely different. Yeah,
and probably that boosted Luton's players today. They had 1,000 fans in there, but we could hear them on the telly. So obviously, to be a Luton footballer, like I say, especially after they got beat on Saturday, to have that lift and the energy boost of supporters actually backing them was a real was a real benefit for them tonight. And hopefully the 2,000 will come in here on Saturday, will give Norwich, because they're tired. They are tired, and there's not going to be too many new players coming into that team. So they need some energy. And that, as you know, when we played, fans give you energy by shouting and cheering and encouraging. It gives you that when you sort of like down to your last breath, they give you a bit more energy to go for another 10 minutes or 15 minutes and whatever like. And if you're in a 50-50 tackle, you win those 50-50 tackles if you've got fans backing you and whatever like. So fingers crossed, the fans can come here and play a massive part on Saturday and hopefully get the win.
And I think I know what your answer will be, but what would Daniel Farke's message been in there? He would have still been really positive with his players, wouldn't he? You know, it's one of those. Again, I think he wouldn't have been too disappointed with the result, but he understands that the problems they've had and actually where they are. It's about lifting them again, not digging them out for the result tonight.
100%. You mean you'd have said at the start of the season, we're coming into December, we're top of the league. You know, I mean, we've lost it. Yeah, we've lost at Luton, but we're top of the league going into the Christmas period. We'll take it. We'll forget this one. We'll recover tomorrow, get back, recover properly. And then, like I say, with the fans coming in, I think the fans will give them that energy that's been missing over the last couple of games and whatever like. So fingers crossed we can get everyone together, everyone out of their seats on Saturday, start cheering them, and we can get that win to start a run going into a very important period.
Yeah, and we can start right now with a little lift to get everybody going again.
Can we?
Yep. Here's the goal a month winner for November. Take a look.
Martin, cushion ball down for Skip, who gets a bit lucky there, and then there's a great ball over the top by Buendia, and Pukki's on his bike for this one, shot by Teemu Pukki, and it's into the back corner. What a goal by Teemu Pukki. There was a ball bouncing over the top for Teemu Pukki to run onto. It looked like he was running far too wide to get a shot in, but a left half volley sweetly struck into the bottom right hand corner. Goalkeeper didn't stand a chance. It's Stoke 0, Norwich 2.
What a finish with his left foot into the far corner. Unbelievable. What a great goal that was.
That is so sweetly struck.
That's what you're missing, isn't it? Teemu Pukki scoring goals like that.
It was the same ball today, wasn't it?
Yeah.
For the goal. You know what I mean? But I think Pukki, he knows those runs. He does them like instinctively. You know what I mean? And hopefully he is fit, because like I say, he was just starting to get on his scoring run as well. Yeah. So get him back in the team on Saturday and hopefully he can score the goals.
Yeah, brilliant stuff as always, Rob. Thanks for joining me again. We will see you again this Saturday for Sheffield Wednesday at home at 2:30 live on air. We'll see you then.